For care and feeding of your fragments of silicon, see other side.
All right, welcome to another installment of Fragments of Silicon. I'm your host, Adam. Joining me as always are Petty and Gollix. All right, let's get to the news. Petty, why don't you start us off this week?
Well, for those of us who were with us in the pre-show, God, everything was broken.
Until it wasn't.
So yeah, I got a new headset, the Razer Kraken V3 Pro. God, I hope that is not the source of our issues, because this was a $200 headset.
You still have the sales receipt, right?
I have the Geek Squad protection plan, so I just take it back, and they will either give me a new one or $200 in store credit.
So it's not a total loss.
Yeah, it's just the only Best Buy now is over an hour away.
Inconvenient, but once again,
Yeah,
not the worst thing.
right. But yeah, I did have to do some troubleshooting before, because apparently there was an old firmware on this headset, but I guess installing the new one fixed, I guess, most of the bugs. It may still have a bad driver that I will worry about dealing with. Um, Hopefully it can stay stable enough till after the show, and then I
Uh-huh.
can just do a whole driver repair thing like the tech support dude mentioned when I was talking with him. But yeah, hopefully it's nothing too serious. Um, been getting ready for my surgery still, because that's the thing that's happening. I know I still need to find time with Gullix to have him set up the apparatus.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun.
I suppose the first step of that will be cracking open OBS and having it update 15 bazillion times at some point.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. And nothing real big in gaming this week for me. So I guess next victim?
Well, Gollix?
Well, I'm working on reclaiming my sleep schedule from Tears of the Kingdom because it's a very big One More Thing game. So sometimes I have ended up staying up later than I wanted to doing that, but otherwise, not too much going on. This weekend is Memorial Day weekend, which is the start of my work summer hours thing, so that'll be fun. Don't have any particular plans, but I'm sure I'll find something to do. Otherwise, I think most of my real life stuff has been pretty low key in a mostly good way. Need to figure out when I want to get my car exhaust system fixed. It's not like not working, but it's also gonna like not pass inspection probably, so. But yeah, I will figure that out. That's all I got.
I guess it's my go this time. All right, let's see. I suppose the big thing that happened to me this week is Tuesday I went down and got my labs done. Always not fun. What's the opposite of that? Oh, right, harrowing for numerous reasons.
I've grown numb to blood draws at this point, so
I mean, it's been a couple months since mine, but it's more. I got the results back. Like,
Oh boy.
yeah, there's good news and concerning news contained within the report, at least as far as I can tell. Like, the good news is I think my diabetes is in remission. Like, I mean, my A1Cs are down to 5.4.
Nice.
Yes. And I believe, like, remission is 5.6 and below. So, um, much more concerning are my creatine levels. Like, uh, let's see. I think it was the creatine's too low, and the other one, like, is too high. Like, may indicate some problems with the kidneys or dehydration,
Fun.
or perhaps, yeah. I'm
Hydrate
think,
more.
possibly, like, I'm thinking it was dehydration because the urine test came up good, I think. I'm having a nurse practitioner friend of mine look at this on Friday, ahead of my doctor's appointment on Tuesday.
Mm.
No. So there aren't any surprises.
Yeah.
But, um, and let's see. Also had to go down to my dentist and fix an insurance issue. At least what I thought was, because I got a claim denial from my insurance last week,
Hmm.
and as it turns out, it was due to the procedure that I had to pay $25 over. Yeah, that wasn't specified in the document.
I hate that.
Yeah, like, because here I'm thinking, oh God, because my periodontal is a $550 procedure.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's just the thing I already paid a small amount of money for.
Yeah. Like
Like,
the lady at the surgery place where I'm getting my backflip pump thing done. I've like
mhm.
asked her like 4 times, "Are you sure this is covered by my insurance?" Because that's like a tens of thousands of dollar procedure. So I want to make damn sure insurance is going to cover it.
Well, it's not just making sure the insurance is covering it; it's making sure that the idiots on the line get the information communicated properly. Because
Yeah.
apparently, well, here's the thing: with my labs, apparently there's a insurance problem here, and I think I know why. Because when I went down to the actual lab, their computer network was down.
Comedy of errors.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to give them a call tomorrow and make sure everything's fine because once again, um,
Lab work get
labs are
expensive.
yes, like $150, I think.
Depending on what you need. Yeah.
The point is, I need to make sure that everything's smooth over. Like,
Mm.
so, fun times. Oh wait, no, the other thing,
Yeah.
very very tedious times. Anyway, so that'll about do it for the news. Um, yeah, no interview this week because, as mentioned, I think on Sunday, our guest had to cancel because of his son having 3 seizures.
And
Like,
that's not good.
no,
A
no,
number greater than zero in the seizure category is not good.
yes, like, so that's been rescheduled, and it was close enough where couldn't really wrangle a new guest.
Yeah.
Uh, So back into the heavens vault.
Subtle cue to hit the continue button. Wink, wink. Ah, yes, we were admiring this hole.
That is a good chunk of this game. Well, we've got a lot of statues to look at.
Oh boy, glyphs.
That's the other part of this game.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the part I like the best, except for the fact that I'm not sure about how it locks it in. I would rather be able to go back and muck with it more often.
Ah, boy. What did I do? Okay. Alrighty, so
Let's see. It has one of the same symbol, two of the same earth place. And that middle thing from robot, which I want to say treasure, but I'm not sure.
I wish I like get out of this and take another look at the actual, armless god thing.
Yeah.
I guess we can try treasure. The worst they can do is tell us no, right?
More or less. Strength would be a little counterintuitive.
I mean, it kind of looks like there is a giant hand on top of it, though, so maybe, but I could see treasure.
Hmm.
What kind of care?
What do you mean, sat?
Oh. So a throne.
Note that 6 does not have legs.
Nope. It's a bit
Something's
of a...
happening to you.
I like two. Um, 6 broke, guys.
I mean, that's not new.
Cliffs. Water.
like, even the archaeologist is getting sick of the glyphs.
Well, no, that's just ones we've already translated.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also like kind of giving us the translation if we haven't got it before, which would make sense in a game like this.
So,
Giving love.
that would make the most sense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing mentioned about the sun.
Yeah.
Solar. So,
What's that dot in the circle on the ground?
Drop in a stone. I mean, yeah. Kind of see how deep it is. Oh. Ooh. And with as tight as yeah, that's a long way down. Or it opens into a much bigger area.
still, not great.
We're
the
gonna need to
praying
get Six some
goddess.
therapy after this, aren't we? Oh,
That's short.
yes.
Hmm.
Um,
Round.
ground or site might work. Like site as in place.
Well, I'm seeing Earth, so that
Yeah.
would connect ground.
I mean, literally, this is the middle of the word for enter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like a place would probably work.
Yeah. Which would mean that the one for enter would be like verb place movement or something.
Goddess of the Earth. I mean, does she know who any of these people are?
I mean, some of them are recognizable from other places.
A hopper eye.
Can we use it? Fair. Either 3 or 1, I'm guessing.
No. You can 6.
It must refract to somewhere.
Probably 2, yeah. Um,
Hmm.
There was another dot in the overhang there.
I'm not seeing any more over here where the eye was. Are you talking like across the area?
No, across the way.
Yeah.
You were looking at
Stream delay.
yeah,
I was already
that
on
way.
the way to it.
Look, my thing is delayed more than it should be.
Yeah.
Hmm. 2,500 years old.
I doubt they're decorative.
Okay, if you don't have an idea, then you don't have an idea. You had an idea there, 6.
I don't know. I think purely decorative is one of those anthropology terms like ritual purposes that mean fuck if I know.
Uh,
Yeah, I need to go hunt down my robot friend, don't I?
probably.
Before he gets himself or me killed. You good, homie? Um.
Oh.
Yeah, does anybody know
He's probably.
the number of a good robot therapist asking for
He,
a friend?
yeah.
I
He's
feel like this
prob-
world does not respect robots that much, which is probably part of the problem.
Maybe he was worshipped as a god in ancient times.
It would have checked all the stairs.
More carvings.
Speaking of ritualistic purposes,
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
we got here forever.
That's a sarcophagus, isn't it?
Probably. Here is correct.
Um, live forever
Li-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, with yeah.
Thing that really makes sense, especially since, yeah, it's not an altar, it's a stone coffin.
Mm,
Quite possibly.
or at least offering sacrifices were made on that.
This is apparently the source of the hopper. Curious.
Which is what they call teleporters. It took me a while to figure that out.
Yes.
All right, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now.
Go back to the hopper, I guess.
Um, you want us to just leave now, or do you want to explore more of the area?
Well, first, what's the matter?
Just tell me. Oh, that's not good.
It's only half a hopper.
Ooh. It's meant to rip somebody's soul out of their body.
Maybe they brought a matrix with them.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then the whole place blows up. So I guess we probably want to go back to Iox.
that's an idea. And the good thing is there should be a fast travel.
Should be. I don't see as we're in like kind of an uncharted area. I don't remember if they're gonna make me. Oh, they're just gonna let me do it.
Yeah, we've been to Iox plenty of times.
I think they're gonna have me get out of here first.
Right. 'Cause that part of the path is not yet charted.
I mean, that's valid.
Are there any robot experts in this age?
I don't even know.
Hmm.
Out yet? Damn.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, I think it bugged. Wonderful.
You're, you keep saying that. I mean,
Pass control to 6. Finally.
there we are. We're back in familiar territory.
Hmm.
What do you want?
That'll be nice.
I mean,
Will it pay?
that's private. No one else is going to get that. I'll come.
Hmm.
Uh, why not take care of that?
Alright. So are robots broken?
I don't think we have an answer to that yet.
I want to break that dude's jaw.
Understandable. Yeah. I think after we talk to the dean, we'll wrap this up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I hit the wrong button,
Or
but oh well. We'll just talk to the library dude.
yeah,
Long.
He'll do. Yeah. Huang. Yes.
People
One of the
generally
points of
make
the library.
games.
You are generally discouraged to make noise in the library.
Mm-hmm.
I think something's broken.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Yeah, a little faster.
She really hates people, doesn't she?
I mean, the feeling's mutual, but oh,
Robots are included. Ooh.
I think something is bugged. I think we might be losing it here, boys.
All right. Well, we'll we'll wrap things up here, and probably not even remember that this game got bugged when we pick it up whenever.
Yeah, I may
Huh.
before we do the next one, I may pop it open again and see if it unbugged itself, if I remember.
Yeah. Anyway, when you are in position, play us to the next segment. All right, welcome to the topic of discussion. This week we are talking about the 2023 PlayStation Showcase, which at time of broadcast / recording is only a few hours old.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It was certainly a long presentation, clocking in at over an hour. Um,
I mean, it could have been worse.
it could have been worse. It could have been a lot better, I think. Like, because um, Sony doesn't have a lot this year,
Yeah,
which I suppose.
most stuff is marked for 2024.
Well, either that or it came out in 2022. Like, last year they had Horizon and God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hell, even like The Last of Us Part 1, PlayStation 5. I mean, this year, as far as, their bread and butter, which is the single player action adventure narrative game, it's Marvel's Spider Man 2. Which, in fairness, did take the main event scene. Like, it was the game that got the largest showcase by far. Like, though, curiously enough, doesn't have a proper release date yet.
Yeah, they showed off a lot of features and actually a decent amount of what seemed to be gameplay, but
Yeah. It's coming this fall. Like, and I think the leaks or the rumors had this game pegged for September. Like, this does not mean that Sony hasn't been busy. It's just they finally got around to showcasing some of the live service games that they're betting heavy on,
Like
and also
Supersoft.
PlayStation. Yeah, also PlayStation VR 2. I mean, they're not the only ones that are investing in live service, but yeah. Before we get to Sony, I think we have to talk about Foamsters here, which is Square Enix's new Splatoon alike.
Uh, Bro, they basically just took out the ink and the Squid Kids, and yeah.
Yeah, you're an adult now, so now you play with foam somehow. Like,
it didn't look bad, but it also didn't stand out as much as you might hope.
Especially because
It's
it
clearly
doesn't
on the League of
exist.
Legends Overwatch more colorful character design side compared to
I think a
the
problem.
interactive gritty or interchangeable gritty realism games that were all over the place. But
Well, yeah, that was one of the big problems I was having with this thing. There was no rhyme or reason to anything getting unveiled. Like it was like, here's a gritty AAA title. Now here's an indie game, like with no here's Metal Gear Solid 3 the remake, right in the middle. Just like no actual flow.
It would have
Whoever
been
put
better
this,
if at least had somebody, mentioned something about what was instead of just all trailers.
yeah,
Like it didn't need like a
but
full on like E3 thing, but like, you know, what the fuck Foam Star is supposed to be,
I
other than
mean, I
clearly
think
taking Splatoon and filing the serial numbers off.
yeah. And interestingly enough, Foamsters is coming to the PlayStation 4.
Yep.
The PlayStation 4 is still getting games in the year of 2023.
I mean,
Like,
looking at some of the in-game stuff they showed from it, yeah, it looks like it's basically running on PS4 hardware anyway.
yeah. Anyway, so as far as the big first-party live service titles, we have Haven Studios Fair Games with a $sign, because apparently the creators of this are 13 and lived in 1998.
well, considering that part of the tagline for that one was "Eat the Rich," it's at least topical, I guess.
I guess it would be
This is one of the interactive gritty cyberpunk or interchangeable gritty cyberpunk ones that I was talking about. But I guess I at least appreciate the idea of
now this
one
one's
that's just like
now
crowdsourcing hits on rich people.
Now this one stood out to me because it's payday. You
It's
made
very much
payday. Like
it's payday.
That's
for
what
the future.
Yeah, that's what this is. Like, and also, okay, Bungie, I'm going to have to sit you down and have a long talk with you, because whatever that thing is that you put out there, that is not Marathon.
It looks like they put that.
Yeah,
Halo
I was gonna say
design
Marathon is
in a
one of those
different thing.
old classic ones, and that
Yeah.
looked like a very modern style game that they were calling Marathon.
Yeah. I'm like, the only other connection is it's got the fucking Marathon logo, but it's
It'll
like,
be interesting if they like build the skeleton of the old one into it, and
yeah,
we'll see how it actually ends up going. But
yeah, Marathon.
if you'd show me the first half of that, there's no way in hell I would have guessed that was a trailer for a remake of a super classic computer game.
I thought that was like a new or a new Destiny thing.
I'm like, no, that came right after.
Yeah, and I think the Destiny lore nerds all shit themselves collectively.
Although apparently Bungie did do the original Marathon, so
yeah, they did. They own Marathon. It's just that thing is not Marathon. It's it's a new game that you just slap the IP on, in hopes of member berries.
Well, they did call it. It was labeled as Marathon Remake, wasn't it?
No, it was just Marathon. Like, which okay. This is
Maybe
gonna
I was confused.
Yeah, this is
there were a few other remakes.
Yeah, this is hitting Prey 2017 levels of. Yeah, you have that name there, but it doesn't really have any connection, at least right now. I guess that's up to the Marathon lore nerds, and oh dear God, there is a lot of lore in the classic Marathon series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but this was like calling that FPS game Shadowrun back in 2006.
Oh
like,
God,
there's maybe.
Oh God.
Yeah, there was maybe a tangential connection there, but yeah, That's not. I don't know if this is hitting the nostalgia or not. Like, I
It
did
very
not
well
play
could be.
Marathon. Like, I did not play Marathon until it went freeware because Marathon is the like one FPS classic for the Macintosh.
Yup.
You know,
Halo was originally going to be for Macintosh, and then
Microsoft swooped in.
Yes, Microsoft saved us from that.
Like, okay, that's a way of putting it. Let's see. Okay, I guess we have to talk about the Project Q here. Like,
Everybody's
I don't.
hyping it up that it's the next Vita. No, it's a streaming handheld you'd still need a PS5 for.
Yeah, no, I've heard much more in the way of.
It's a PS5U,
Yeah.
minus the asymmetrical gameplay possibilities of having some people playing on the screen and some people playing on the handheld.
Yeah. It's a smartphone with some Joy-Cons made in the DualSense likeness.
Yeah.
At best. Also, apparently, PlayStation-themed earbuds are coming.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
Yeah, like
special, unique PlayStation earbuds that are different from all other earbuds in that they have PlayStation logos on them.
The thing that
Yeah.
sucks about Sony's ecosystem, though, apparently to use earbuds for the PS5, they need to actually be special Sony earbuds. They lock out. Like, I couldn't pair my Samsung.
That's a very Sony thing to do, isn't it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So, in terms of remakes here, the big one is Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater.
Mm-hmm.
We're not exactly sure why it's called Delta.
I have two theories. One is that Delta is made of 3 lines.
Uh-huh.
And the other is that in math, Delta means change in.
Yeah.
Although I think a lot of the time they use a lowercase delta for that, but
yeah.
So it could be like a Final Fantasy VII remake style version of Snake Eater, where they're actually going to change a lot of stuff. But who knows? Because apparently the people who made the original one are not involved at all. So
yeah,
well, yeah. Hideo Kojima is still kind of
not just him, but any of his studio or any of the resources or anything.
Well, yeah, that's all gone.
Yeah. They've all either just
Kojima Productions is his own thing now
with Kojima's new studio.
Yeah, though apparently this is being done internally and not by. I think it was reported that Virtuos was handling this previous. Virtuos could be attached to the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Volume 1.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a remastering or a port of the first 3 Metal Gear Solid games, or maybe a port of what was it? What was the Xbox 360 version of these?
Fuck if I know.
Yeah. Could be that. But
I could see them doing that for at least Snake Eater.
I guess if nothing else, Konami is really swinging for the fences with their remake projects.
I mean, what do they have left?
The answer to that is Silent Hill 2, which is also getting the remake treatment.
Yeah,
like, it's not just that they're remaking beloved entries in their beloved franchises. It's they're taking the most beloved entry and remaking it. You know, it's not let's remake Silent Hill 4 and try to do a better job. It's like, let's take the insanely beloved one and risk our hand again. Ditto Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I really do think Solid 3 is the most beloved out of the Metal Gear Solid games. Like, I could be wrong, but that's just what I have always gotten the perception since it came out in 2004. Like, but yeah. Good luck to you, Konami. You might need it. Like, and let's see. I suppose not so much lesser sequels, but other sequels that don't have quite the degree of pedigree. We got Alan Wake 2.
I'm shocked that's coming out on PlayStation.
Well, Microsoft's no longer involved with it.
Yeah.
Has there
You know.
been anything in that franchise since the original game, which I remember having extremely mixed?
There
Yes.
was a hardcore expansion, like I think it was like standalone.
Yeah, Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Yeah, but then after that, it's been dormant since now.
Yeah, outside of the Alan Wake remastering that hit last year, I think.
Something like that.
Like, also worth noting, we got the gameplay reveal of Dragon's Dogma 2.
Some of my friends were excited about that, at least.
Yeah.
I have the first one on Steam, and I still have yet to play that. But I know people swear by it. The Resident Evil 4 remake is getting a VR mode, which is not surprising to me, given how well the original Resident Evil 4 translated to VR.
Yeah, they actually had quite a few VR things in that segment there, and while even aside from headache concerns, the idea of physicsy hands game does not really particularly appeal to me. Physicsy shooty hand game, but some of them looked okay, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Was that Queen thing for Beat Saber just, we're going to have a Queen song now?
They have an expansion pack for
DLC
pack.
Stuff,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there have been Queen maps made, but they're not official. These ones are official.
Right. Yep. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you can import things into that game.
It's a little more complicated than that. You actually need to make the maps. It's not just, import song and like audio surf, it'd make a map for you. You actually need to make the maps yourself.
Let's see. Assassin's Creed Mirage showed up.
What exactly is that supposed to be?
It looks like a throw. I want to say that's Arabian Nights.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Arabian Nights isn't a thing. I'm assuming it's Baghdad because that's like the center of the world back then.
Yeah, I'm like, it's looking like it's heading back to its roots, both because it's got parkour in it, and also it's looking a lot more Prince of Persia-y.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the original idea, was that the whole assassin thing was some kind of, Middle Eastern.
I mean, it was built on Prince of Persia's engine, yeah.
Yeah, also it was supposed to be a Prince of Persia game at one point.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that while I'm not saying it was a bad game, or either of them, Ragnarok, or what was the friggin' Odyssey, and was it Ragnarok, or no, what was the Greek one? Or the
Odyssey
one?
Valhalla.
Yeah.
Those were both a little bit off theme for the whole assassin thing.
I just never got into the whole franchise. I tried the first one, it nearly put me to sleep.
Yeah. Like, then again, the first one is like the rough draft for the Assassin's Creed franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, anyway, we had the Talos Principle 2. Bit of a surprise.
I don't think anybody was expecting that.
No. But it's nice to see Crow Team do something that isn't Serious Sam.
Fair.
We had Ghost Runner 2. Now with more Tron. Speaking of sequels that nobody saw coming, Helldivers 2.
There was a Helldivers 1?
Yes, there was. It was actually Sony's first PC game.
Huh.
Or at least one of them. Right. The Gran Turismo movie got a teaser.
That was a movie. My eyes just kind of glazed over when they were going into that.
Yeah, no, it's a Gran Turismo movie where they're gonna have like a Gran Turismo, the game tournament, and then use that to select players to do actual
Yeah.
uh, dangerous driving stuff. Apparently,
Okay.
so like the Wizard but with cars or something.
I don't know. I was thinking Gran Turismo Drive to Survive. And yeah, some new stuff like Sword of the Sea, the Plucky Squire, Teardown, also showed up. Like, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink coming out this year, etc., etc. Like I said, this was very akin to a Microsoft conference thing.
Mhm.
If only like more jumbled. Because I will give Microsoft this: they usually have an order to these things. Like
Yeah, it
they usually
flows.
maybe, but at least they keep the gritty stuff with the gritty stuff, the AAA stuff with the AAA stuff, and the indie stuff gets its own section.
Mhm.
You know, uh, the closest they got here was the VR. Even the live service was kind of apart for
Right.
very little rhyme or reason. All in all, this was okay. I mean, there was a lot, but I'm glad we're doing this now because I think even a week from now, I'd be having trouble remembering some of the stuff that showed up.
Mm.
Especially because with a lot of it coming out, next year.
Yep.
I kind of wish
And
more places did the Nintendo Direct style where it's, stuff coming out that year, but
well, that would require having a brand identity, and I think PlayStation is kind of lacking in that now.
yeah.
Anyway, so we should probably wrap this up.
Yep.
All right. So that'll about do it for this installment of Fragments of Silicon. Coming up on the week ahead, no Friday show this week.
Because
There
I
is a new
gotta get
episode.
injections. Woo.
Hmm?
Oh,
Like,
my Botox injections.
yeah. Um, yeah. The next Friday show is June 9th. And after that, nothing yet. Just nailing down people.
Yeah.
Anyway, coming up on the Sunday reviews, we'll be having reviews of Painting Weather. Werther?
We'll get back to you on that pronunciation.
Werther? It might be German. Like, Humanity, Jewel Match Solitaire Collector's Edition, and Drop System Breach. So, look for that then, and until next time, I shall wish you good gaming.